So today we're in Dublin, just coming up past Fishamble Street, and we're going to have a look at the story of how and where Handel's performance of Messiah began. I'm going to take you back to 1741, and arguably the second greatest city in the empire, to Dublin, at a time when it had 120,000 people. And into this mix comes a German musical superstar, George Frederic Handel, who at 57, funny enough, was almost bankrupt. But he sat down and started to write one of the most famous pieces of music in history. It's thought that Handel composed this famous piece of music in around 1741, but he continued to work on it for many years later, arriving at the version that we consider Handel's Messiah in about 1754. And it relates the story of Jesus' birth, life, death, resurrection, and his final victory over sin and death. When he finished the Hallelujah chorus, it's said that he cried, "I think I did see all heaven before me, and the great God himself." Despite the rave reviews, Jonathan Swift, the then Dean of St. Patrick's Cathedral in Dublin, actually forbade his choristers from singing it, saying that he did not want them to be associated with, as in his words, the club of fiddlers of Fishamble Street. And yet, having said that, Jonathan Swift, a man of letters of some note himself, was eventually persuaded to the very great merit of Handel's work. And nearly every choir in the country and the world has had a stab at Handel's Messiah at some point. To the Victorian period, when it became very popular to try and cram a stage with as many choristers as possible to give a good rousing chorus of Hallelujah. There is a pub across the road called the Bull and Castle. But in the 18th century, it was called the Bull's Head. The Bull's Head Musical Society was formed in 1741 in the pub across the Associated Music Hall. Was the first place where Handel's Messiah was actually played. And perhaps, very appropriately, given we're beside Christchurch Cathedral, it was in that music hall that Handel's Messiah was first played in Europe. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're keeping well, and see you next time. If you like, please do subscribe.